At the Bank of Lisbon building in the city centre has been completely stamped out. This despite video evidence that the fire could have reignited on certain floors of the building late on Friday night. Firefighters battled to contain the blaze that broke out midweek on the 23rd floor, which was found to have flouted safety regulations. 3 firefighters died while battling the blaze and 8 others were injured. Our reporter Nozintombi Miya was at the scene.
Well, mop-up operations are beginning in earnest here outside the Lisbon building in the CBD. This building caught fire on Wednesday, and firefighters really have been battling to try and contain this fire and stamp it out. Well, as you can see behind me, the firefighters are doing a damping down process of the street right here in front of me. What firefighters have confirmed is that they've managed to stamp out 100% of the fire that has been raging inside the Lisbon building. And to talk to us a little bit more about this is the acting chief of the fire department, Mr. Arthur Mklawa. Thank you so much for joining me.
Good morning, ma'am. Thanks.
You're still traumatized. Your members are still traumatized by the deaths of their colleagues and the injuries of their colleagues. What is your message to your colleagues?
What I would like to say to all the firefighters and all the staff of EMS and also JMPD, that be strong in this during testing time. We'll go through.
And we know that 2 of the members who died are outside of the Johannesburg region and 1 is inside the Johannesburg region. Have you prepared any, arrangements for memorials, and what is the way forward for the 8 others who were injured?
Our 3 fallen fighters, our heroes, 1 is in the East Rand, and then 1 is in Venda, and then 1 is Newcastle. The funerals will be Friday, Saturday and Sunday.
Yes. And in terms of the injured members, how are they doing?
Yes. Our members who are in hospital, we've got 4, Garden City Clinic, and then we've got 4, Mill Park. We hope by today those who had the smoke inhalation will be discharged. I think only 3, those who were serious, will be still at hospital until further investigation.
You say that the fire has been stamped out 100%. Can you confirm to us that in each and every single one of the 23 floors, the fire is completely doused out?
Yes, I'm sure the fire has been extinguished. What we did, we went each and every floor to do what we call damping down. The 16th floor, that's where it's still smoldering, but everything has burnt there. But what will happen today, we'll put a fence around and then we'll hand over to JMPD whether they decide to open the roads. And then there will be security who will be here. Also, we've got central fire station around here. They will go around just to check whether there's any spot which maybe will ignite. Anyway, when there's a fire, there will be a smoke, but it's smoldering. So we do damping down. The only problem that we've got is only 15 and 16 floor, where the structural engineers determined that there is a structural damage.
Are you not concerned? Because we saw video footage late last night, that showed that on the 16th and the 15th floor, there was still some bits of fire that was burning. Are you not concerned with the fire, with that causing the rest of the building to catch fire further?
Yeah, no, that will never happen. As I'm saying, that floor is totally burnt. What we've got is just smoldering. So we do damping down, but we have tried to put water there. Even if it ignites, it won't affect the whole building. No, that will never happen.
Would this then give the police then the opportunity to then get in to start with their investigations, as well as the forensics teams?
Yes. What will happen on Monday? Our fire investigators will start to investigate what caused the fire. Also, the SAP will start by Monday, and also structural engineers will come and do a thorough to see whether the structure is integrity still, there's still strength.
That was the acting fire chief of the city of Johannesburg, Mr. Arthur Mkwa, giving us an update on the latest with regards to them stamping out the fire at 100% at the Lisbon building, and also talking to the mop-up and clean-up operations that are currently happening here outside Pixley Seme Street, where the brunt of this fire disaster and tragedy really played out over the course of this week. But he's giving us assurance that in as much as there are still some structural problems with the 16th and the 15th floor, at this stage it does not seem at all as if the fire could reignite, because the firefighters have gone floor to floor to make sure they conduct their damping down process on each of the floor levels. For now, it's back to you in the studio.